welcome to my channel, Bow and Arrow Tarot. Today we're going to get right into the weekly love outlook for Scorpio. This is for March 15th to the 22nd, and we're going to get right into it, Scorpio. Now, this is an outlook into a connection that you have with someone, because we're going to be pulling out their cards as well as your cards. So whatever the state of this connection is that you have with someone on your mind, it's just a weekly snapshot. It's not an overall look into the relationship. It's just where the relationship is this coming week. All right, guys? All right, so let's get right into it, Scorpio. I've already done most of my shuffling off camera, so we are ready to cut your deck. All right, straight out, we have your person identifying with 10 of Cups, you identifying with 7 of Pentacles. They are identifying, see you as Ace of Wands, and you see them as an Ace of Swords. Wow. And they see the relationship or their part in it as strength, and you see the relationship, whoops, a couple cards fell out, and your part in it as the Devil. Bottom of the deck, we have Judgment coming in. All right, guys. All right, let's just take a look at this quite interesting spread we have here. A couple of aces, which is how you see each other, which is very interesting how that comes out. Judgment at the bottom. 2 major arcana, 3 major arcana. All right, Scorpio, let's get right into it. I'm going to come back to Judgment. We have 10 of Cups and 7 of Pentacles for you. So 10 of Cups certainly indicating that your person is right now resonating with a lot of happiness and completion. They feel really good right now about the love connection, right? They're happy with the love connection. They are satisfied. They're ready to move on. 10 of Cups can indicate a union that is complete, and so now is ready to start the next leg of their journey together, their adventure together, right? 7 of Pentacles indicates that you, Scorpio, you're still quite busy this week with issues about work and career. Certainly, 7 of Pentacles can indicate a feeling of not really having achieved the goals that you set out to achieve, and really, not really a sense of failure per se, but just kind of reevaluating and saying to yourself, well, hang on, is this really what I want? What I'm, the rewards I'm getting back now, are they really the rewards that I expected to come back? Am I happy, for the work that I put in? And so you're coming into the week very, very contemplative about your financial outlook, your career outlook, or your business outlook. Now, how you see each other, this is really lovely. You both see each other as aces, which is like beautiful, Your person sees you as Ace of Wands, and you see them as an Ace of Swords. They see you as passionate, They see you as someone who is really sort of fiery. I feel like you give them a new sense of excitement, right? Ace of Wands can indicate a new opportunity or a new area of passion, right? And so for them, this is what you're representing to them. I think they feel like you give them a lot of enthusiasm, a lot of support. You stoke their fire. And you see them as an Ace of Swords. So this is nice also. Another ace here, Scorpio. You see them as someone who's extremely honest. Someone who's very has a really good moral compass. Someone who is clear thinking, logical, right? Very intelligent. It's nice. It's like you both represent to each other a sort of freshness, right? You represent a fresh sort of level of passion and excitement in their lives, and they represent this kind of fresh energy of someone who's very intelligent and very sort of logical, willing to help you come up with solutions. And I think for both of you, this is a very new kind of excitement, right? But in very different ways. Now, how you guys see the relationship and your part in it. Your person sees the relationship as a source of strength, right? As a source of, strength in the sense that, you help them deal with their emotions. You help them sort of make the right decisions, set the right boundaries. They're learning a lot from this relationship, right? And it's very strong. There's a strong foundation there that in this relationship is helping them to be more confident, stronger with their emotions. It could very well be that they're very sort of generally very sort of volatile or emotional, and so being with you is helping them to sort of quell that or contain that in a positive way. You see the relationship as devil. Now this is interesting. It could be that for you this relationship is to a certain degree a source of kind of triggered behavior, right? The devil certainly indicates anything in your life that is pulling you towards, you know, instant gratification, towards a codependency. So you're kind of on the fence, I wonder, about the actual relationship itself. They're very happy, you know, but it feels like you may not quite be there with that. It could be that you guys have a history together. See, judgment is here, and judgment indicates reconciliation. This could be a relationship, Scorpio, or a connection that has reconciled, but in the, you know, that maybe broke up in the past or didn't work out quite the way it was expected to work out, and you guys might be working through a feeling of forgiveness. It seems to me, if anyone, though, is taking the other one back or sort of forgiving the other one, it's you forgiving them, because they're very, very happy and you are a source of strength for them. But this relationship, excuse me, still is a source of this kind of negative codependent energy. The devil represents codependency, addiction, instant gratification. It can represent energies or people in your life that tend to pull you down that negative road, that road of sort of lower sort of creative satisfaction. And I think that this is a concern for you, right? So this is a bit of out of balance relationship. Yes, you both really admire each other for various reasons, for very different reasons, right? Here with those aces. And it could be that since this relationship is possibly in reconciliation, you both are kind of looking at each other as sort of a new beginning, right? A new beginning. For them, it is a new beginning. And passion for you, it's seeing them new again with this clarity. Still, this devil energy really sort of feels to me like part of you is, you know, you may care for them very much, right? There are, you know, the only cups are on their side. You may care for them very much. You may have a high level of respect for them. But the relationship itself, I think you may be recognizing that it is not as healthy as it could be for you. Now, this is just a weekly snapshot, right? So, you know, it could just be that this week the relationship is kind of pulling you this way. This is not necessarily an overall kind of outlook on the state of the relationship going forward into the future or where it is as a whole, right? It's just a weekly snapshot. So it just feels to me like maybe this week your person may be not such a good influence, or the relationship, some parts of the relationship you may be feeling isn't such a great influence. Certainly, if you're reevaluating your work and career, it can also be not that the devil energy is so bad or toxic here, but it could be that while you're trying to reevaluate your business and your career path, that the nature of the interaction that you guys have, or the way that you guys sort of see each other or influence each other this week is kind of keeping you from the work you really should be doing. And so you're kind of looking at the relationship this week as like something that's really pulling you away, something that's not necessarily conducive for your better progress, right? You could be a highly creative individual, and you're maybe doing your business may be involved with a lot of creativity, and something about being with this person is just pulling you away from your focus, and that's something that the devil is all about, you know. It's just interesting to me that they would see so much, they see the relationship as a real source of strength for them. So there's definitely something to me that feels here like, from your point of view this week, like it's a little bit out of balance. Like you're getting the short end of the stick, or you're certainly not getting the right kind of positive energy that you really want right now. And it could be that, again, like I say, it may just not, it's not necessarily that it's so negative, but it could just be that they're a distraction for you, right? That, you know, this particular week, there is a distraction that is pulling you down this road, right? This road of sort of partying, instant gratification, perhaps, you know. They may be requiring a lot of your energy. And by requiring a lot of that energy, or by saying, like, you know, an example could be that if you are really busy right now, very focused right now, and sort of fixing up where you're at with your career so that you're happier, right? So reevaluating so that you're really sort of getting the rewards that you want. It could be that this week your person is just kind of like, oh, why worry about it? Why not just go? Why not, you know, just come have fun? Let's just have fun. Let's just forget about it. And you're like, you know, you're trying to pull me down this road of just having fun and instant gratification, but I've got something really a lot bigger that I need to worry about right now. I'm trying to reevaluate where my career is going. And I think to a certain degree, you might be like, look, you're not really supporting me in the right way. You know, what you're doing is really just, you know, in fact, what you're doing is that you're splitting up my focus. You're getting me, you know, you're making me unfocused. You're making me think about things that really aren't going to help me right now. And that could be a very difficult connection. 6 of Pentacles for them and 6 of Cups. Wow. The Tower for you and the Ace of Swords again. Wow. All right, well, this seems like a very lopsided relationship to me in a lot of ways, right? I think that this is definitely a connection with this Judgment over here. Judgment is all about forgiveness and reconciliation. I think that perhaps you've given this person another chance. This may have happened before, and you may have thought, sorry about those sirens in the background. I'm going to let those go by for a minute. You know, you may have reconciled and gotten together with this person thinking that things would be new, right? That things would change. They will be, you know, you have a new opportunity here with those aces. And it feels to me like they're the ones who are getting kind of, they're really happy. You know, they're happy. They have 6s all across. 6 of Pentacles, 6 of Cups. It's like they feel really happy financially. You know, 6 of Cups, they're very, you know, they feel very happy with the relationship. They get a lot of pleasure out of this connection and this relationship. So for them, they feel like they're in a really good position. I think that this week, though, you're going to be waking up to the fact that, you know, that they are not necessarily for you, that same thing for you. You know, this feels like they're getting what they want. You know, and certainly financially as well. It could very well be that part of this 7 of Pentacles reevaluation that you're doing here, a sense of like really not being where you want to be. You know, you could also be feeling that a lot of your finances are going towards their projects or they're supporting them. Because financially, 6 of Pentacles indicates a lot of giving and taking and a real harmonious kind of level of a harmonious sort of attitude towards your financial level, right? So they're happy financially. They're getting what they want out of you in terms of sexually. 6 of Cups is the card for pleasure, sexual pleasures, you know, pleasurable interactions with someone, harmonious interactions. So for them, it seems like it's all like, you know, cakes and ice cream. You know, they feel very, very happy because they're getting what they need out of the relationship. But again, this week you're having a Tower moment and an Ace of Swords. So now this Ace of Swords is coming in. Before, this Ace of Swords is how you see them as, you know, a new sort of, a new outlook of them, like seeing that, you know, you may have seen that they are sort of making it seem as though they have clarity now, you know, a new sense of clarity, a new sense of honesty. This is how you see each other. But then the Ace of Swords has come back in for you. And I think that this week, for you, Scorpio, it's a Tower moment. I think the Tower moment is you realizing that, hang on a second, this is not for me. You know, I don't think that this relationship is necessarily for you. I think you're going to have some things coming to light this week where you're going to realize, you know what? you know, we gave this relationship a second chance, and I thought it was going to all work out. But what I'm realizing, and Ace of Swords now is coming in for you, right? Not for them. Here, it's in the position for how you see them. And I think this was how you saw them when you came into this relationship, when you reconciled. But now this week, the Ace of Swords is coming in for you in a sense that you now have clarity. You now have a new understanding, and it's basically, you know, this tower moment and this new understanding is coming in. And what you're realizing is that, in fact, this is not a healthy relationship for you at all, because the new understanding is leading you to see it as devil energy, to see this relationship as devil energy. You know, and I think that perhaps when you guys were reconciling, it probably was a lot of kind of like promises there. They probably really gave you the impression that they had changed, right? That, like I said, that they had changed, that they are now, they have a whole new level of honesty with them, with this Ace of Swords and all of that. But yet, and still, I think some information is going to come clear to you. And certainly an understanding is going to come in for you this week, Scorpio. And it's a tower moment in as much as you're going to realize, you know what? I thought we had reconciled and we had come to a positive place. But what I'm realizing is that we haven't. And in fact, you may even be realizing some deeper understandings about this relationship that you didn't even know before, right? With this Ace of Swords. Like, it could be that you know, before you may not have realized that they were the source of some of this dysfunction here, or codependency that you're feeling here. It could have been some other area or some other reason that the relationship broke down, and so you were willing to sort of reconcile. But this week you have a full understanding of why the relationship probably broke down last time. And I think the realization is that, oh shit, you know, here I thought we had reconciled and we had put all of this behind us. But in fact, what I'm realizing is that this is, you know, this person is even less, you know, positive than I thought they would be for me. The situation is even clearer to me why this is not going to work out. There's understandings coming in that you never really had about the nature of the codependency here. And I think that this is a real wake-up call. You may even find out some secrets this week that make you feel like, wow, I can't even believe I reconciled with this person, or I came back to this person, because to see the relationship as the devil is really, really quite negative. And I did say earlier that it doesn't necessarily have to be negative, but with this tower moment and this Ace of Swords coming in, there is a strong realization that you're having that this is unhealthy for you, not a good pairing, that indeed perhaps even some of the trials and tribulations you have been going through financially might be as a result of being with this person. And it's a real sort of wake up, which is what the tower moment is. You know, it's realizing that you were wrong on all levels about something. And so this understanding comes in for you. You see the relationship clearly for what it is, which is a codependent relationship. Devil energy is all about codependency and addiction. Wow, this is a real wake-up call this week for you, Scorpio. There's definitely going to be, I think, some events that happen, some experiences that come into you this week that are making you see what's really going on here. And while your person is very happy to keep the status quo, they're quite, you know, in their minds, they're very, very happy. They're getting what they want out of this. For you, this is really kind of troubling. And you're like, you know what? This is not me. This is not going to work out for me. And this relationship certainly is not going to work out for me. Let's do a blind pull on these romance angel cards very soon. Could be understanding coming in very soon, like I said, for you about the nature of this relationship. Attraction. Wow, interesting. So there could be a high level of attraction here, which is one of the reasons why you guys are why you guys got back together. It could also be that this week, attraction for someone, I'm going to say perhaps maybe there might be someone else or someone new that comes in, or there's some kind of other connection coming in for you this week that it has a high level of attraction that may indeed be opening your eyes to what's really going on here. Very soon, clearly decide what you want, because things are changing rapidly. And again, you know, with all of this new information and this clarity coming in with this Ace of Swords, could very well be that you know, like I said, as a result of this new information coming in very soon, truly what you want is coming to you, right? Again, there may be indeed, I'm going to say, it feels to me there's going to be maybe another party coming in this week for you. Or you know, I think it probably will be for you, like someone else. There may be somebody else in your life coming in that you have a high level of attraction for. And part of that high level of attraction that you're having for this person might be a catalyst for this Tower moment, Ace of Swords. You know what I mean? Like, it could very well be that you're with this person, you've reconciled with this person, you've gone through that whole thing of getting back together with them, and now somebody else comes along that you have a high level of attraction with. And by being attracted to them and seeing sort of their character, it's like really opens your eyes to the character of the person you're dealing with here. You know, because Tower and Devil, whew, that's pretty rough. You know, that's rough territory. And again, you know, you may have been trying your hardest to sort of reconcile again with that Judgment. It's like you probably gave it all the positive energy you thought, and still you're realizing that, you know what? If I was so in love with them, if this was such a positive relationship, why am I attracted to somebody else? And I strongly feel like this attraction card is for you, Scorpio. And certainly to talk about a new person coming into you that really helps you open your eyes to the fact that this union here or this connection here isn't quite, for you, isn't quite what you had hoped. All right, Scorpio, I'm going to leave it at that. March 15th to the 22nd, love outlook between you and someone in your life. I do hope it resonated for you. If it did, please like, subscribe, and share. If you want to get a private reading, you can follow that link at the top of your screen. I do live readings, and I also provide 10-minute recorded tarot answers to one of your questions. And of course, you can book that with that link at the top. But for right now, Scorpio, have a wonderful week, and I shall see you next week for your love outlook. Bye-bye now.